How's the doing an audio check? I'm using a different audio device. Anybody's in the chat? Hey, how's it going, Gambit? Coming through loud and clear. Good evening. Anybody's ever seen Clockwork Orange? Okay, cool, sweet. Yeah, so I figured start with some. Unfortunately, I found out this the hard way. This is a AI generated image of a lovely young patriotic woman enjoying some of the that there European footballs. Wait for about 5-10 minutes, kind of hang out, wait for other people to show up because I've got a bunch of tabs that I would show you guys because I think there's first of all there's that one game that Facebook just like Zero Company, yeah, it looks like Star Wars XCOM, which is like seems like that would go together like peanut butter and jelly. It seems like that's just an easy dub. So uh I think I think that's gonna be a banger. So oh, you underestimate how terrible current game companies are. It's like they have some easy layups lately with just games and in general and whatnot. Um, it's like, dude, just don't screw up, delete Twitter, don't say anything, and just make a game. It is a EA, yeah. So, but then again, EA's it's weird that EA is kind of on a hot streak with don't paint everything yellow. Exactly. Like they did a really good job with Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order. Um, I bought the Dice Battlefront game published by EA like friggin' 10 years ago. That game is still a banger. I still really like that. Um, they kind of had that misfire with the Starfighter game, which is like doesn't surprise me because it's like you're trying to push a flight sim to Xbox and PlayStation owners. It's like, why wouldn't you just make an X-wing versus Tie Fighter, or with an optional multiplayer, and you have some missions that you can run? But I'm just me. Yeah, they made the first Battlefront too. Yeah, or first Battlefront as well. So, mm, mm. Yep. Let's see. I've been playing the hell out of Halo Infinite lately. I'm almost done with the main campaign. I haven't touched the multiplayer because I would probably just get, I would probably have like a negative KD at this point because I'm just not good enough for all the sweats that are you know inhabiting the game. Oh, Star Wars ugly McStank face. Oh, they did. Yeah. Outlaws. Oh God, I forgot about that. Oh God. Yeah. so, so you mentioned the Switch. Somebody was like, "Man, Nintendo players be like, this game is so whimsical on their $500 Goo Goo Gaga key dangling device." And was like, "That's very mean. That's very mean." Oh, Outlaws was Ubisoft. That's right. Oh God, yeah. Ubisoft can they can you it's like, here, Ubisoft, here's a wheel. You don't need to do anything to it. It works perfectly fine. And they'll go, okay. And then they'll like turn it square and try to put it on a car to run. It's such a mystery to me. So ugly McStank face game. Yeah, that is a good canon title for that. Oh man. But yeah, we're gonna couple more minutes and then we'll start going through tabs. I don't know how long I'm gonna run tonight. It just kind of depends on stream of consciousness, but um yeah, I've got some interesting stuff to cover. Mostly because my algorithm served up. I don't know why. I don't know why it thinks that I would enjoy this game. This literal Antifa game on Kickstarter, which is like there's a number of layers of irony to this. So we'll take a look at that, and that'll be that'll be good for a laugh. Um, what else do I have lined up? Oh, that's right. I pulled up the tabs for each of the open Kickstarters that Catalyst is doing still. So we'll take a look and see when those last updates came. They weren't recent. Spoiler alert. Um, we'll talk a little bit of BattleTech stuff, and then we'll look at what Atomic Mass Games is up to, Archon Studios, just kind of see where the thought train takes us. Hmm. By the way, if you guys get a chance, there's oh, they did? How dare they? Let me go pull this. Uh, Sarna, Mister, I haven't played BattleTech in like a decade and a half. Oh, the Cyclops is a bad mech. No, you just suck at using it. Like that's like literally whenever somebody says, "Oh, this mech is bad," it's like, well, some mechs are pretty bad. Like, but generally speaking, there's something about their design that you can leverage that does something to it. To make it like less bad, I guess. Like the urban mech, that's inexcusably bad mech. Like but but it's got a big gun. It's fairly well armored for what it is. So you have to say, okay, this thing's slow, but it can jump, but it has a big gun and it has armor. So leverage? How do I leverage these things to make it less bad? Which is, the story of pretty much anything. One Piece live action. It's a good time to take 20 years of stress away. I don't know, man. Like there's people are like, oh, you should watch One Piece. I'm like, the anime or the live action, and it's either like people are either like rah rah, the live action is good, or they just turn their nose up at it. So I don't fucking know, man. Trying to figure out why Sarna is deciding not to work. Ah, there we go. Let's see. Chaos Rain. Oh yeah, Bad Mech Cyclops. What the ugh. Can somebody who's this? Who's the guy that wrote this? Sean. Realized I was dumb and needed to watch both. Yeah, I don't know. My bandwidth for stuff is kind of narrow right now as far as like entertainment because I just don't like bleh. Um, I just don't like anything on that's coming out of Hollywood lately, man. It's bad. Like It's always everything's awful and morally gray, and everything is washed out and not colorful. So for me, I don't know. It's a hard sell for me to look at that stuff. So, um, but all right. So it's 7:11. Let's get started. So I guess quick meme review was stuff that I've done. You know, made a made a joke about how my brain becomes a frictionless material when somebody tries to be like, "Oh, do you want to learn a game?" It's like, "Sure, what is it?" "It's a card game." It's like, "Nope, sure can't. I would love to, but I can't." 411 there. You're on, what is that? Pacific Pacific time? Yeah, something like that. So, um yeah, I don't know what it is. Somebody went back and forth with this somebody on Aries Games and Miniatures Discord. The off topic, he was like, "Yeah, you're probably just a tactile learner like everybody else that plays tabletop war games because you're able to like put things and pick up a thing and move the thing, and then you'll be able to like, okay, this is how." Oh, Arizona time. Okay, right on. But yeah, so tactile learning. Um, Joke about how hags take a really long time to run and work because it's like, bro, I just this if there was one thing that I would probably welcome would be speeding up those stupid individual like munitions rolls, like for AC-10s, AC-20s, you know, all the various different flavors of hag. So yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of tough. So all right, well, let's look at this fucking thing, which is something that whoop, it stopped sharing my screen. Yeah, here we go. There we go. So yeah, yeah, this came across my timeline on Facebook, and I'm just like, why? Why, based on everything I say and do, would you think that this would be a thing I'd be interested in? So naturally, it's about fascists LARPing as violent people because they are. But hello, comrade. Ugh, Jesus, I feel slimy just reading this. Fascists are terrorizing our streets and community. Join our resistance. This is the funny part. Throw fists to expel the fash and build enough mutual aid networks to counter their efforts. We also need to avoid incarceration and prevent leftists infighting from the like, like what are we doing? What are we doing, man? Come on. What are we doing? He, him. I'm sorry. I don't want to be, make sure I've got his pronouns right or whatever. But just look at this. Look at this. What's the minimum pledge? So solidarity. Okay, one. This is only a $25 game. Retail comrade. I'm sure that's gonna be eight backers, eight retail. The Pussy Collector's Edition. What the fuck? Like what do we do? Oh my god. It's like we're Antifa, we're organizing, we hate the fashion capitalism. And you're on literally one of those capitalistic platforms to raise funds for it. Like, bro, what are you doing? So it's a dexterity game. Just I don't like this dexterity games. There's is there such like a skill cap? It's either like you got really good at it or you got really bad at it. Oh, look at that. Three guesses what that says. Yeah, so this is the other thing. Just look at these fucking people. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this absolute unit. Absolute nah, gigantic man. PhD. Really? I didn't realize Subway was handing out PhDs these days. Um, this guy looks like his favorite position, bedroom position, is holding the camera. Oh my lord! Uh, Space cats fight fascism. What is this a thing? Is this like is this like a subset of tabletop games? Like what is happening here? Um, if you can't safely punch your local fascist, store bought is just fine. So this is just people like this is just people like fantasizing about violence, which I'm sure means they're healthy, well-adjusted people. Motorcycle evangelist and educator, anti-fascist anarchist community order, anti-fascist anarchist community organizer. So you're an anarchist, but you're a community organizer. One would think those two things are mutually exclusive, no? Right? I don't know. I'm not. But yeah, it's the fact that these just I found this pack of dysgenic cretins. Yeah, a large group, I organize large groups. Exactly. Wow, that is that is ridiculous. Good Lord. Oh God, guys, guys. What if? What if I joined their Discord for $1? You come back to that. Is this still running? I thought it said 48 hours left. So it's got 24 hours to go. So I'll think about it. I'll give it a good hard think to see if I want to see what these cretins are talking about. Instant ban. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, it's just like how hilarious would it be if I'm just like screenshot all the active usernames and send them to the FBI. uh, look at these. Look at these profile pictures. This is a work of satire. Yeah, sure. 100% human made, no AI used. Oh, good. That's good. So, you know, risks and challenges. Closely monitoring ever change. Uh, they're not even making it in the US. They're making it in China. Oh my God. I'm sorry, comrade, that you've been accused of using capitalistic methods in workers' exploitation. The commissar has sentenced you to make big rocks into smaller rocks. Please report to the quarry immediately. Oh my God. Holy cow. That is wow. I have I have no words. Gotta support the communist regime. Yeah, exactly. The communist regime powered by capitalistic ventures, which is funny. And what's equally hilarious for me is that like I don't know, it's just only 5 people had organs confiscated in the making of this game. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Holy cow. Yeah. So yeah, that is something else. So going from one Kickstarter that's going to be delivered on a 5-year plan to Leviathans. Oh boy. Let's see. When did this fund? This funded September of 23. So we're coming up. It's the third anniversary. It's coming around, baby. It's coming around. Let's see. So the last update. Oh my God. Okay. May 1st. There's no secret updates have been less frequent. This is simply we are hitting a point in our active campaigns that there is less time for us to talk about. Due to this, we are moving all updates to a monthly schedule. Where's the June update catalyst? Where's the June update catalyst? All right, so wave. Why are we, wave 1 and 2 fulfillment is complete. EU, rest of the world. Air shipping prevented shipments from being sent to hubs. Project manager is working on ironing out this issue. They have a project manager? That's probably one of Randall Bill's useless kids. Has gone and we can improve in the future. While we have had a post-mortem process in place for previous campaigns, we are expanding it for Shadowrun Take. Oh my God, I forgot about that. By working with the community. Who? What what community? The Catalyst. I am the community. Um. So yeah, still nothing. Another month has passed. Yeah. Some sort of honest opinion. Most likely, they have sort of miserable lying thieves. Hmm. Oh no. Game Quest in the Netherlands and slowly move forward in the quoting process. So the very last date, you still haven't gotten all the quotes for. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Yeah, here's what somebody is saying everything that we're thinking, which is run one campaign at a time, stop running robbing Peter to pay Paul. Yeah, basically. That is bananas. That is bananas. So RIP Leviathans, people. Sorry about that. Hey, remember Frostpunk? Yeah, I remember. Hey, this was fun to exactly Gambit Raven. BattleTech is bigger than these pack of idiots that are currently running the IP. But April 2026. So this is a year and some change old. So let's see here. Updates. Short one. So back in March. So pre-production copy. Oh my God. That's a pre-production copy. They haven't even been in production yet. Again, May 1. No updates this month. So good information as soon as we move forward, but the developers and artists are confident that our partners at 11-bit studios will enjoy the art after the final review of round and tweaks. Then I made the mistake of womp womp. Member Voltron? I remember. And they ran this in Frostpunk like within like 6 months of each other, like 8 months of each other. Like what? Like who asked for this? One, 1,400 people backed. Let's do some let's do some math here. Oh geez, I keep forgetting every time I change tabs, my fucking thing. There we go. Oh, you know what? Here's what I'll do. Let's share window. There we go. That's better. Will that work? Yeah, okay. Better. Okay. Sorry, I'm still kind of new at this. I'm dumb. So let's see. So between 1455, so 139, 468 divided by 1455. So the so the average spend on this was $95. So per per person. So it would have been basically this. 139 backers. That's where looks like a big chunk of them came in. Maybe I don't know. What the fudge buckets? Wow. All right. So anywho, let's see. Last update, May. We are currently in a waiting period in development, so you enjoy this light update. Le cat, le chat. Favorite orange cat, Charles, and his human Matt Hewitt. Content special edition cover. So this is the cover, and then they've got. So the art was at NBC Universal. Bro, they haven't even gotten the art approved from the license holder yet. What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, why would you go off half cocked like this? Geologic geologic projects progress of this. You think you hit it now, just wait until you drive it. Good Lord. Man. Oof. Biggest of oofs from CGL. That is truly tragic. So, and on to latest releases. Apparently, this is something that people were asking for. They used to call it museum scale. They used to call it a museum scale, and for some reason they stopped doing that. I don't know why. So, um, I don't even know what C scale is, but it's 100 millimeter plus size. So that's not even like a 15 mil scale. It's not even the size of like a mobile suit, like a gun plaquette. Now, I haven't touched this book. I haven't bought it. I haven't even deigned to pirate this thing because I've heard it's riddled with errors. So I'm like, Okay, what are we doing? So the other thing, I talked to a couple of people that had apparently they just have given up on like in universe like cost as far as like C bills go. Like I realize that C bills aren't really a thing anymore, and because it's run by Clan Fox. Um, so it's just kind of this odd question of like what how do we have a relatively static unit of value to evaluate our units off of if we're playing with C bells. If you're one of those old school BattleTech players that are playing with C bells, like how do we do that? So then let's see, date new to old. That's funny. BattleTech box set. What? Nani? These books actually slammed. These books were so good. Let's see. First contains ebook file. Oh, okay, gotcha. So I mean, $5 for three really good books is kind of a good deal. Like each one of these is all killer, no filler. I really like them all. Um, Shrapnel. Let's see. No, none of our favorites on that one. So, God, I still haven't read the next chapter of this thing. I'm dreading it. It's like reading an autopsy of a close relative. I just don't want to know what happened. You know. Oh, Shadowrun's still happening, I guess. Um, oh, bless. Look at that. They're trying to make Leviathan still a thing. So Star-Crossed Warriors. I can't even begin to imagine what kind of romance novel direct that's going to be. Oh boy. So, yeah, not a whole lot going on with BattleTech right now because I think Catalyst is probably friggin' drowning with all the other stuff that's they got going on. Um, especially all the Kickstarters they haven't fulfilled. Waka Waka. Um, oh yeah, we got this. I haven't bought one of these. I don't have one of these because I'm just like they're lovely. They're cool like pieces to paint, but at the same time, like I don't know. I have no overriding need. Oh, nice. You got one? Cool. Then this is the only thing that was like I was thinking about because like I really like these force packs. Like the Avatar is that's a beaut. Like say what you will about Catalyst as a company, they've done a really good job on reimagining a bunch of these mechs. So um then the Curated Command Lance, which is kind of weird because it gives you all the weird sword swinging ones. Um what are these called? A Shiro, a Rokubi. Rokubi. Ooh, very honorable. Jesus Christ, that's gonna get me canceled. Um, dragon, a grand dragon. Okay, so it's not just a dragon. Oh, shameful display. That's some Total War Shogun 2 shit right there. Our troops are in grave danger, my lord. They haven't released a force pack since February. Yeah, they haven't. Allegedly, I say this word allegedly, we're supposed to get the next whatchamacallit, the next Alpha Strike solo play box set. What's it called? Aces, that's what it's called. We're supposed to get a new Aces box in July. I don't think that's gonna happen. Um, we're supposed to get a new Aces box in July for called Snowblind, focusing on the Rosselhaig Civil War. So that'll be interesting. Oh God, they're still selling this? What? Damn, that is way too much for a bunch of stolen recipes off the internet. That's wild. That's crazy work, bro. Um, let's see. Semiset Strikers pack. I do kind of want to get that because those are just some good looking mechs. The Davian cavalry, just because like I grew up in the dark. I grew up playing MechWarrior Dark Age, right? And the Legionnaire was super goofy, turbo goofy. Um, actually, let's go here. Let's see if I can. Where's the search bar on this cursed website? Good lord! You get to watch me spell the word Legionnaire in real time. Yeah, there we go. So it's just like the new line art and the new miniature looks really, really good. But oh my god, with the ads, holy cow! But this is where it's at, my love. You're just as beautiful as the day I lost you. Love me the old school Legionnaire with the fucking ammo belts coming out the top because this is absolutely not a dangerous setup. Just have exposed autocannon rounds on the outside of your mech. I do like the fact that they brought that the ammo links internally because this just didn't. This was just some MechWarrior Dark Age clicks BS. So, but man, yeah, I love this thing. I think it was TRO 3130. What? Oh, Reno 3130. Do I not have this? Many color technical review. First printing of Ghost War featured. Oh, I did because I actually did get a first run of this book. That's why I remember it. Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, Good days. I actually liked Ghost War. Ghost War was a good book. It was yeah, it was a Michael Stackpole book. It was the first book to that introduced you to the Mech Warrior series, to the Mech Warrior kind of Dark Age timeline of things. And one of the things I'll give Stackpole, he does a really good job of bringing you into the characters of the universe and getting you like acclimated. He does a really good job with that. Um, because Whiskey's Max rescaled. Oh, please. If I get a 3D. Don't tempt me, Frodo. Um, but yeah, but he does a really good job. He did it with, to a lesser extent, with the Warrior trilogy, but he did it. Uh, he basically had an entire character. Felon Kell was the stranger in the strange land kind of audience proxy, and really leveraged that to kind of tell an interesting story and kind of bring you as the audience along for the ride as you get more acclimated with the clans. Um, and then you had um, Ghost War, where you actually take the point of view. It's a first person point of view, which is really rare with the way the BattleTech novels typically are, where it's kind of this third person omniscient narrator. Um, you have the Mason. Is it Mason Dune? Uh, bu- 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 Donnelly. No, it's Mason Dune. Yeah, Mason Dune, Ghost Knight. Yeah, so the whole book kind of took a point of view from him as a character and kind of familiarized you with kind of the mechanisms and the motion and the movement of how the Republic of the Sphere works and practicality and all the things that they've done and how mechs have become kind of this rarer resource within the borders of the Republic of the Sphere. He did an exceptional job with that. I really like that. This was a dynamite way to start off a new series. Unfortunately, the series after that was that just up and down. There, that was like the quality swings were wild. Like BattleTech, like the proper FASA and Rock published BattleTech novels. Those had some consistency issues from a quality perspective, but nothing so bad as the the Dark Age novels. Like it was bad. So, but all right. Well, let's take a look at what uh, this guy has to say about the. I'm not even going to bother reading this because this is just cringe. I don't. It's like it's worse than Brian Young's reading, which is not a high bar to clear, but it's pretty bad. Reserved mostly exclusively for high-ranking military commanders, advanced C and C systems. Relatively few Cyclops were produced. Even fewer survived. I didn't do my vocal exercises before I started stream. Fewer survived the crucible of the succession wars. However, owing to its high value occupants and despite its many flaws, the Cyclops has remained in the public consciousness for generations. Okay. So where are we going with this? So I'm not a deeply flawed 90 assault mech. Variety of weapons, including two diverse optics, Type 20 medium lasers, a Hovertech Quad SRM, Delta Dart LRM-10, Zeus 36 Mark III, AC-20, allowed the Cyclops to engage at all ranges, plus 10 tons of standard armor meant the Cyclops had a fraction of the protection found in most. Okay, it's fair. It's a fair criticism. I would say that's one of the big things about it. Especially the Succession War variant. It's kind of a walking bomb because I believe the AC-20 had 2 or 3 tons of ammo, and I believe the SRM and the LRM-10 both had 2 tons of ammo. So if you get a hard knock, you're riding the rocket right out of the top of your mech's head. So Never intended to fight Earth. Almost all Cyclopses were part of a command lance, and most had additional bodyguard units around. Well, yeah. Calf was destroyed. It's a civil war. The beach. So you're not you're not selling me on this mech is bad. It's like, okay, it's got bad armor, but that's it. Affordable sturdy assault, occasionally piloted by unit commander Cyclops. Old faults have been solved, but so the main thing that he's bitching about is, oh, it's only got 10 tons of armor. It's like, yeah, because it's armed to goddamn teeth and it's got a giant engine and it moves force 6. Um, but yeah, he's actually not saying anything about its speed because if I remember correctly, it was a 4.6 speed profile. It was pretty crispy for a 90 tonner. And if you're in a mech that big and you can't extricate yourself from a situation, that's kind of on you. Like, don't put yourself in a situation where you have to try to work to extricate yourself. It's also talking about, the failures of the B2000 command computer, which is external to the actual gameplay loop of BattleTech. So, um, not not sure what you're trying to say here, old buddy, old pal. So, yeah, this is. Oh, yeah, Sean. There we go. So yeah, he's just. This is just. I'm just bloviating. Mm, yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know. That's strange. That's very strange that that would be a hill that like. That's how you know you're running out of material when you gotta like you're like the Cyclops is a bad mech. It's like what? What are you talking about? So um yeah. So just basically a bunch of MechWarrior 5 news, whatever the hell this thing is. Oh, Sabako, welcome to the chat. We are talking about BattleTech. So specifically, the tabletop war game of BattleTech. A guy named Sean who who's the admin for Sarna.net. He runs kind of the Wikipedia, which for BattleTech, which can be edited by anybody, but he's kind of like the editor in chief, if you will. And man, he writes some bad articles. So this mech in particular he's talking about is a Cyclops, which is a 90-ton command mech. So I don't know how familiar you are with BattleTech, but mech tonnages range generally from 20 to about 100 tons, and the 100-ton mechs are usually your big brawlers, your big hitters, right? Well, this mech is really well armed. It's pretty fast for its size. Oh, you're playing? Okay, we were talking about yeah, no, this is the latest expansion for MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. It's called Chaos Reign, and apparently it's bringing back some characters from the old BattleTech cartoon from back in the 90s. Because for some reason somebody said, "Hey, we should make a cartoon of this," and everybody says, "Yeah, yeah." I don't know because you'd be hot all the time because of the heat, and you could just die suddenly in a horrible fashion. Like there's any number of bad things that can happen to you as a mech warrior. So I don't know, I'd be like a pen pusher on safely on the capital world. um, but yeah, I don't know. So, but yeah, so that's we had the Chaos Reign DLC, and that brings back a bunch of characters from the cartoon show, as far as the villains, that kind of thing. Games to escape Mad World, right? Yeah, absolutely, dude. I've been I've been playing because I have an Xbox S, and I've been playing a lot of Halo Infinite, the campaign specifically. I know that's not a popular like, people clutching their pearls at that, but it's like that's just a fine game. There's nothing wrong with it. It plays more or less like a Halo game. The story doesn't do anything for me. And this is going to be an equally deeply unpopular opinion. I thought Halo 4 had a really good story because you had a really great connection between the Master Chief and Cortana, and I just didn't feel that emotional resonance with between those two characters for the first three games. Maybe I'm just my brain is just broken; it doesn't work like that. But Halo 4, I thought the back and forth between Cortana and Master Chief in that game was fantastic, and I wholeheartedly endorse people playing it, even just or even just watching the cutscenes because it's a banger to me. Chief thing that see people complaining about with regards to Cortana's downloaded into Master Chief's brain. That's as far as I got. That's like the first level in Halo Combat Evolved. So you didn't make it very far, my guy. um, yeah, no. So I really have a soft spot for those games because those are just life changing. Was it a few? No, because you're on the Pillar of Autumn and you go to you get summoned to you do your like how to look, how to strafe, all that stuff. Was she? Hmm. I'm gonna double check that. But anyways, yeah, I really liked Halo. I'm kind of enjoying the Halo. Um, no, so the hook is that you you're with Cortana. So you go to the bridge of the Pillar of Autumn, and you talk to Captain Keys. He hands you the you upload Cortana. He hands you the pistol. You go find ammo. You fight your way off the ship, and then you land on the ring because when you're on the ring, you actually have Cortana talking to you about the terrain of Halo, of Installation Alpha, the first Halo ring that you ever land on in the games. So that's you rescue Captain Keys from Truth and Reconciliation. So that's a different character though. So, but uh, hmm, what is this? What is this cursed object? Ugh, whatever. But what's my favorite mech? Oh man, that's like trying to tell me which kid is my favorite. I mean, I have a favorite, but I don't want to admit it. Um, favorite mech. Ooh. Hmm, that's tough. That's actually a legitimately tough. I think it's the clan Stormcrow. So here, Stormcrow. Oh, it'd help if I can friggin' spell. Ugh, there we go. Stormcrow. There we go. This thing. So I'm a Smoke Jaguar fanboy. I'm a Smoke Jaguar apologist. They never did anything wrong. Turtle Bay deserved it. Um, but the Stormcrow was a big mech they used. It was not a big mech. It's actually a medium mech, but it punches like a heavy mech. It's almost like the equivalent of an early Intersphere assault mech. It's file. It's got it's basically heat neutral, firing three clan ER medium lasers in its default configuration and two clan ER large lasers. So it just hits like a truck. And the fact that you can run it full pelt dump all your energy weapons into somebody and just be like, lol, I'm going to do this again next turn. You're constantly moving and you keep this constant barrage of really strong energy based firepower up on somebody, and it's got pretty decent armor if I remember correctly. I'm not sure how much armor it has, but off the top of my head, but it's one of those things that I think it exemplifies the clan's technological superiority better than the Timberwolf, the Mad Cat, because the Mad Cat tries to do too much with I think its configuration. I think it would do better if it had less secondary weapons and more heat sinks, like replace the machine guns with heat sinks. Like that's for me, that would be an easy swap. Just like no, I'm just going to yank them boys out and replace them with heat sinks. But the Stormcrow is such a different threat level, especially if you were like some poor inner sphere guy. It's like, I'm in a 55-ton mech. I'm in a Griffin. I have a PPC and an LR10. Oh God! Oh, it burns. It burns like hygiene. Why is this guy killing me from so far away? So that's probably my favorite mech is the Stormcrow. Um, that and as a Smoke Jaguar gives me an excuse to use a lot of them. So but yeah, so that's my favorite. No, that's my favorite clan mech. Now, my favorite inner sphere mech. Let's think about this. So I want to go with something trite, something interesting. Mechs that I really like. What's a good my favorite inner sphere mech? Hmm. Yeah, the Hunchback does go hard because there's Heinz 57 varieties of a Hunchback, and they all kind of end up being nail drivers to one point or another. Hmm. No, not the Hunchback. Oof. You know what? I gotta have my answer. I really like the Centurion. It's funny. Most people go, "Oh, Gavin, we were just talking about favorite Macs, and we talked a little bit about just basically just waffling about nothing." So this is the Centurion, 50-ton inner sphere Mac. Talking about see the intro to Mech Commander One. Yeah, no, that if let me make sure I'm getting your name right. Sabika. Yeah. Sabika. If you truly want a cinematic experience, go to YouTube and look up the introduction to MechWarrior for Vengeance. MechWarrior for Vengeance. That specific title, that intro goes so incredibly hard. I wonder if I can tube. This will break my shit because I'm trying to do too much. Let's see. Mech Warrior for intro. There we go. I don't know if I'm gonna get audio on this. Oh God, it's upscale. W- Boys, boys, we had it so good. Oh man. Oh my God. I remember the first time watching this. I we had my dad had this old fucking beige giant monster of a it was compact Presario. I remember that distinctly. It was on the tower. I remember playing this on a joystick, and seeing this for the first time was like a friggin' religious experience. Saxophone music in the back. I don't know. I'll see if YouTube has some sort of um, like copyright free saxophone music. I just love the old helicopter pilots that they're using as neuro helmets. What is it? Helicopter pilots? No. Is that what those are? Oh man. Oh man, they had the weld lines on the mech too in this cutscene. Are you kidding me? Yeah, but Raven, you're lucky I like you because otherwise I would time your shit out. Put your ass in time. Oh man. Hmm. Yeah, that's right. Sell it. Sell it, chick. You went to 3 years of community drama college. You got this. Oh man. No, not my African queen, those fucking monsters. Mm. And this Oh man. And then this part where he just fucking square jawed protagonist is just like, nah, I'm gonna hold the line. I like how these Lyrans that are it's very rare queens die in video games. I know, right? Um yeah. Mm. No, this was actually set during the FedCom Civil War, the Federated Commonwealth Civil War. What actually happened? It's complicated. It's complicated is what it boils down to. But needless to say, this game just had like no consideration for, this is a clan mech, this is an intersphere mech. The intersphere doesn't have easy access to this, but it's just like these guys just go. You could just run down to your local 7-Eleven and just find one and buy it off the shelf, and some roller dogs and some scratch offs, and you just buy a Mad Cat. Planning to go to the movies? Hell yeah! Oh man, you shot his mech in the dick. Some never forgive action right there. Oh, oh, give me the goosebumps, bruh. So yeah, that's let's see, like we're three intro. Now the game I really actually first started with is Mech Warrior 3. Mech Warrior 3 was my first exposure to BattleTech as a video game property, and this actually gave me PTSD. Yeah. Um, oh, the father's video. Yeah, I had that's that. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna subject myself to that today. 7-12 hours could play the game, but man, Microprose is back. Microprose is back as a company. So I'm not saying, but I'm just saying if Microsoft had a hair on their ass, they would contact Microprose or they would get a hold of Night Dive Studios and remaster this. And I bet it would sell a million copies. Smoke Jaguars, let's go, boys. Hmm. Interception successful. Steps directly in front of the Mac. Still mean. Why are you still mean? No, no, my boy. Man, I need to paint some smoke jaguars in that scheme. That's such a banger scheme. Just atomizing people with the PPC. Gavin, no, they don't. But this game doesn't concern itself with petty details like that. Oh man. Hmm. War. Mech Warrior 3. Yeah, so those were the two games of my youth. Yeah, 2-0. Scoreboard, scoreboard. So, um, get this modern MechWarrior 5 shit out of here. Miss me with that. But yeah, this has been, trip down MechWarrior intro memory lane. You know what's a game that they're going to come out with? They're doing a new Heavy Gear Blitz game. They made one and two. Yeah, Mission Ambush. Yeah. Um, they did a Heavy Gear one and two. They never did a Heavy Gear three, but there is now a Heavy Gear 3 game in development. I haven't heard anything about it. I've gone to the dev's website and a couple other places, and I haven't heard anything. So I'm hoping that they're just grinding away at it and hopefully making good progress towards it. So fingers crossed. Heavy Gear 2 intro. Yeah, Heavy Gear 2 was. This intro also went hard. Oh, it's Battletech animation called Ambush. Okay. Remember when Activision was good? Yeah, I remember. I remember. Man, what is it about these late '90s video game, sim animations that are they just go so incredibly hard. Hmm. Hover tanks, and Heavy Gear Blitz are no joke. Oof. Oh, Earther? You called him an Earther with the hard R? It's It's so Gundam coded, man. I fucking love Heavy Gear Blitz. It's such a cool ass game. It's a really cool setting as well. So, man, yeah. Oh God, my commander. Yeah, let's just keep it rolling. Let's just keep it rolling with these old school cinematic intros for BattleTech because it amuses me greatly. Microsoft. By the way, I like Microsoft's no sound on the videos. Interesting. I'm getting it in my. So you guys can't hear that? Huh. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Well, I guess this experiment is at an end, but well, I mean, we can still watch it and still riff on it. So this is Met Commander Gold, Planet Port Arthur, deep in clan territory. The counterattack begins. Man, look at the set. Look at this production value. Modern game companies could never. No neuro helmet. Just don't bother. Just don't worry about it. Painting a kid's bicycle helmet black and putting some loose wires on the end of it. Uh, yeah, I was Mech Commander. I missed those games because I was mostly into like kind of the semi games like Heavy Gear Blitz 1 and 2, Mech Warrior 3, Mech Warrior 4, Mech Warrior 4 Mercenaries. Let's see, Earth Siege. Does anybody remember that, or is that a boomer ass reference? Hunchback using the full Dwayne 3D Dwayne Loose art. Oh my god, look at that. Yeah, it's a boomer reference. Yeah. Oh, they're getting in. Get it. Oh no. This guy's a terrible shot. Man, how do you just go down in a hunchback and not just kill at least something? Skill issue. Like literal skill issue. You always wonder about these these full motion videos is why everybody looks like they're just sweating palm kernel oil. Yeah, why is everybody shiny? Why are they greasy? It's weird. I'm gonna eat ya. That Mad Cat's moving like fat bastard. I'm guessing it's probably because they shot it in somebody's back garage and they needed the guy's face to take advantage of what little lighting they had. The two 10K candle spotlights. That's so they had to make everybody look artificially greasy. Mm, mining colony, yeah. Oh man, look at those graphics. Oh man, mm, crispy, beautiful 90s jank graphics with the full motion videos. That is just shocking. Not a Nero helmet to be seen. Fantastic. Yeah, this is Mech Commander. This was I think the first. There was a Mech Commander 1 and a Mech Commander 2. There we go. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, so that's now that we've done this weird trip down BattleTech memory lane, because trying to think of what other man. Let's see. I'm drawing a blank right now. You know what's a tragedy? There's no good Gundam games. I say that as they've just announced a new Gundam game that like has you fighting kaiju and looks nothing like it should like a Gundam game. So um uh, let's see. Hmm. Yeah, so that's I kind of did this weird tangent with um weird tangent that so let's get back to Facebook page here and see what's going on. Yeah. So yeah, that's been kind of the chat for today. We're just run clean out of ideas. If you guys have any ideas for future streams? Let me know because I'm always open to feedback. Um, you know, uh, didn't really talk about many other tabletop games, so maybe I'll work on that a little bit um, for next time. But tomorrow I'm going to uh, read and kind of do an analysis of The Ghosts of Tim Cavici, Chapter 2. It kind of depends on how big this chapter is, because if the chapter is like 3 pages, like the first fucking one was, I'm probably just going to do two because it just doesn't make any sense just to do one because that's not satisfying. And I feel like from my initial stream doing the prologue and chapter one, I felt like that was kind of like the sweet spot. So kind of doing two chapters. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen with this. You know, will they defeat the Jade Falcons that are trapped in a cave that they ran a bunch of trinos in air quotes, triceratops rhinos, so they call them trinos instead of using good military tactics or napalm or vibro mines or just any other way to get them out of those caves or trap them in the caves. But um, we'll see what kind of malfeasant stupidity that gets into. So I don't know. Let's see. That's pretty much it. Oh, bring back uh bring back Halo Ground Command. There is no meme. This game was sick. It was a 15 millimeter tabletop war game of Halo, and that was like mwah, chef's kiss. Um, so I posted I just thought about this. So I posted the Antifa, LARPing punch LARP game, and somebody was like, when did Bonsai's page get overrun with chuds? And I hit him with I got some bad news for you, gamer. I got some really bad news for you. uh, yeah, the misadventures and ridiculousness. But so yeah, I don't know. Thank you guys for tuning in. Probably call it a night right here. If you guys want to, you can support me on Ko-Fi, ko-fi.com/Dr. Bonsai. Any donation helps. If you make a donation, make sure you tell me uh, what chapters I ought to, or not chapters, because I'm going to read them in order. Just tell me it's for, in your note, just say it's for a book chapter. So I appreciate you guys. The interaction was fantastic tonight. I really liked doing this. This is definitely going to be an every Wednesday thing. Is going to be the Intel and Recon stream, just to talk about various different stuff that are happening in the wargaming communities, just whatever catches my fancy, like this weird rabbit hole we went down on. We went down went down on gay. It is Pride Month. Um, that we went down on for the Mech Warrior, intros, these crispy 80s sim games. And then Thursday, so every Thursday, I'm going to try to read a chapter for Ghost of Tim Cavici. So thank you guys very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining me for the stream. You guys have a great night. Love you guys. Bye.